sculpture exists in 3 dimensions and is best experienced face-to-face, especially when the works are the towering, tortured, and beautiful sculptures of Mexico's Javier Marin.
It's certainly a much different experience to appreciate these works of art in person than to, say, look on the artist's website or on different media, and where you don't get a sense of the scale and the richness of the material. When I'm standing here looking at the polyester resin, and the natural light from the north is coming through the window at the top of the stairs, and it's changing the translucent color of various parts of these sculptures. And so as you move around the sculptures, the light effect changes and you get a sense of the materials that the artist is using.
San Diego Museum of Art curator Michael Brown says it was an exciting process to install the 24 figures of Marin's Little Women, Little Men.
Initially, we had them lined up all along here in a row, and they looked more or less like 3-foot-tall chess pieces. Once the figures were installed horizontally on the wall, this was when the composition came to life. And the figures dialogue with one another, they move towards each other, they pirouette around each other.
To create his bronze figures, Marin uses ancient techniques, such as lost wax casting, but he also employs modern materials like polyester resin.
There are often areas where he cuts into the material or leaves holes in the figure's limbs or torsos. There are also these, intentional or not, there are areas that of repair that are left very visible to the viewer. And that process, being visible, is part of the meaning of the work of art. It's as though it's scar tissue of the kind of accrued experiences of this figure, like we all have. He brings all of that to the exterior of the body of his work. So when you see various other figures here where the repair has been made intentionally, it is very visible. The artist talks about the importance of humanity. Basically, that is the general philosophy behind his work, which is the overarching idea of humanity. We're made up of individuals, but we are in it together. This work is called Group L1012, and it is a panel of polyester resin with various pieces attached to the panel using iron wire.
The choice of iron wire and where the artist places it adds a tortured quality to the powerful figures in his sculptures.
Here we are in the rotunda of the museum with the final installation of Javier Marin's sculpture. This is Sin Titulo, or Untitled, numbers 1, 2, and 6. You can see that the figures are made up of different parts, and some of the anatomy has been broken down and then put back together. And these other figures upside down on the shoulders and heads of the figures are also attached using iron wire. And all of this allows the viewer to see the process by which the artist and his team of technicians assembles these works. And that's part of what the artist intends. He's intending us to be able to see the material and to see inside the works of art themselves. These experiences allow the viewer to become a part of the work of art. And so it becomes immersive when we are able to occupy the same space as these works of art and literally see inside them.
If you haven't been to the San Diego Museum of Art recently, this free exhibit provides the perfect reason for making a trip and immersing yourself in art. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.